Welcome back to another car market video, and today we are going to be looking at the Volkswagen Golf R market. We're going to be looking at the Mark 7, 7.5 and the newer Mark 8. So first of all, you can now buy a Mark 7 for around the £8,000 mark. Again, these are going to be slightly high mileage examples. As you can see, around 100,000. These cars have dropped quite a lot in the last year or so. Previously, the cheapest you can pick one up was around the 12 to 13k mark, even for a Mark 7. We'll also be taking a look at the Mark 7.5 market, which I'll show you in a second. So these can now be picked up from around the 13k mark. Again, that is high miles for a low mileage one. You're looking at around 14 to 15. That one there is 14, but not Mark 7.5. In general, around 14 to 15k for a Mark 7.5, as you can see there. That one's been dropped 4,000, and that gives you a flavor of what's to come. Big drops on all models. Next, we'll take a look at the Mark 8 market. So the Mark 8, new, this car was around 60 to 50k. The list price increased heavily over the years as well. And now we'll take a look at the new prices, but they're about £60,000 list. The cheapest one on the market currently is around the 24 to 25,000 pound mark. So they've lost around 25k in around 18 months to 2 years. So this one then is the cheapest listed currently. Again, 71, so over 2 years old, 51,000 miles, and it's lost around about the 25 to 30k mark. So first of all, what we'll do is show you guys some more of the Mark 7s. Again, we're using the Auto Trader tracker today in order to look at the drops. But as you can see here, that's been dropped 3 grand, 1.2, 1k, a grand, 4 grand. The general theme is these Golf Rs are sitting around. They're being dropped quite a lot. £4,000, 850. We've got 400 there. So I reckon you can get a really nice, relatively no miles R7 Mark 7 for around the 10k mark. Personally, I do think these cars are good value. They look pretty modern compared to the 7.5. You're basically paying for some new lights and a slightly bigger screen. And they do the job. This one's obviously a red and a manual. I'd personally go for either a 3-door manual or go for the practicality and get a 5-door automatic. But yeah, great cars, very tunable. With methanol, you can tune them to around 600-700 brake horsepower. And yeah, you can see there, you can get a decent example for about 11-10k with relatively low miles as well. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments on the Mark 7, and let's jump over and have a look at the Mark 7.5. That one's also another nice one which I picked out. Personally, I'd probably go for one of those. Manual, under 70k miles, and just over 10 grand. So next we're going to have a look at the Mark 7.5. For a low mileage one, you're looking at around the 15 to 16k mark. For a higher miles one, you're looking at around the 14k. That one's been dropped over almost 3 grand. It's been sitting around at a dealer, not selling. Again, that is high miles. So yeah, high miles around 14 to 13k, and lower miles we'll have a look now. I'm going to say maximum is 70,000, so we're looking at 60 70k for a 6-year-old car. That's about average. So lowest, you can see we've got examples. That one there, 14,500. You will see a common theme. The manuals are significantly cheaper. That one there looks to be like good value. Been dropped 4 grand from a private seller. If you're looking for a 7.5, that seems to be like a nice example. Next, we've got some other examples which are from dealers. Again, that one's Cat S, however. They're closer to the 16k mark. For a low mileage one, about 16, 17, probably about right. That one there, 67,000 miles from a dealer, no photos, however. That one there, just 50,000 miles. Really nice spec on it as well. Do like that white. Mark 7.5, been dropped over a grand as well. So now what we're going to do is take a look at the Mark 8 Golf R market. As you can see, the high mileage ones are around £25,000. Again, these cars are just over 2 years old, and list they were around 50k plus. We're also going to have a look at some new examples with lower miles as well. Some of these with options could reach to 52, 53k. That one there is 2 years old, and it has done 24,000 miles. New, it would have been about 55k. So as you can see, 25k drop after 2 years. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. But as you can see there, viewed 13 times, been dropped 2 grand. Not sold as of yet as well, and it seems to be generally most cars on the market have been dropped by a couple of £1,000, especially these Mark 8s. Personally, I was looking at buying one around 6 months ago, and it was the minimum, the cheapest one was £30,000. So these have dropped sort of another 5 grand since the Mark 8.5 has come out, and I will show you that. We'll show you that car list as well. Let's take a look at some of the newer ones. Again, we're going to have a look at some 2023 and 2024 cars. So a 2023 Golf R, which new was about 50k plus. The cheapest one on the market we have to see is listed at 28,995. That's a Cat S. Here we go. So 2023, 15,000 miles, just over 30 grand. So it's dropped 20 grand in a year and 15,000 miles. This one, similar thing. Again, Volkswagen can't seem to sell it. Been dropped 4 grand since the 1st of November, which is pretty insane. And another one there, top spec, pan roof, 19,000 miles, just over a year old, and it's up for 32 grand. So about a £20,000 drop. So in general, if you buy a new one, you're looking at about a 20k hit on depreciation in the first place. And you can see there, a lot of these cars been reduced 6 grand, been reduced 1,500, are being quite heavily discounted, especially with the arrival of the Mark 8.5. So 2 grand, 2 grand, another 2 grand on that one. You can see big drops in general. And this one here, basically brand new, 2024, 6,000 miles, and it's lost £20,000 from its list price with a good number of options as well. So yeah, you can see big drops on those cars there. Next, what we're going to do is have a quick look at the configurator. So over here, we've got the Mark 8.5 spec in a decent spec with most of the options. You can see there, £52,000. However, that is not, is that on the road? I believe there's tax and things to add. On the on-road price is closer to 55, because I didn't see any calculation for tax and VAT, things like that. So what we'll do is have a quick look over here and take a look at what the list price is. So as you can see then, the list price, as you saw there, that's 53,000, and that's been driven as well, so 1,000 miles. So the newer ones seem to be holding, however they've not been out long at all. You can see another facelift there, generally they're 50 grand, and obviously these are brand new cars, barely been used. That one there, 2024 plate, is the old shape, and it's been dropped around about, I think with the Akrapovic exhaust, that list would have been about 53. So nearly a 10k drop on that one as well. Overall, big drops on the Mark 8s. They've dropped from about 25 to 30. The Mark 7s, they've dropped to under 10 for a decent example. And the Mark 7.5s, they're about 15 to 16k for a nice one such as this. Personally, I think the sweet spots definitely the 7.5 at about 15 to 16, or an Mark 8R at around 24 to 25. Just because look at the list price of those cars, I think they've dropped quite a lot and done a big chunk of their depreciation. The Mark 8.5 really isn't that different. Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. Comment below which car next. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Subscribe if you're new here. This is a new channel. I will be posting on here consistently. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Around 90% of you are not subscribed, so make sure to do that. It helps me out on 1,000 subscribers. We're doing a giveaway as well. So like, share, comment.